Welcome back, everybody. So this is week 2 of doing spooky movie reviews. Yeah, I don't have that much to say for the beginning, so let's just get straight into the plot summary of the 2 movies that we're going to be watching this week. Okay, so the 2 movies we're watching this week are Beetlejuice and The Thing, which both of them are from the 1980s, and I've also seen both of them before. So we're still not in new movie territory. We're not going to get there until next week. But yeah, so Beetlejuice and The Thing from 1982, not the newer version. So Beetlejuice. I feel like most people have seen this movie. I feel like this one's not underground. I feel like The Thing probably is. So I'm going to go more in depth on The Thing. But Beetlejuice, I think most people know. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I guess. But I think most people know the plot and premise of Beetlejuice. All of that aside, the plot of Beetlejuice is there's this small, husband and wife family. Their last name is Maitland. So the guy's name is Adam Maitland, and his wife is named Barbara. And it's revealed in the beginning that they were trying to have kids, but it wasn't working for them, which sucks for them. I feel bad. They're very sweet people. But yeah. So anyways, Adam works on models, so he has a big model of the entire town where he lives. I mean, go off, king. That's chill. And then Barbara, I mean, she doesn't really have a thing, but she's just kind of the loving wife character. So she supports him and is willing to do things with him throughout the whole movie. So the plot starts when they need to go into town to get something for one of his models, and they crash their car on the way home and fall into a river and die. And then new people move into their house and they hate them because the new people, they live in this beautiful cottage up on a hill, and it's very large, old house, and the new people come in and they make it this modern art exhibit, and it just looks so it's so bad. I can't even explain how bad it is. It's horrendous. And so obviously they hate that, right? Because it's this is their home. So they want to get this family out of here. So they recruit the help of this guy named Beetlejuice, who is a demon, and he's oh, I can get the family out, no problem. But he's also really creepy and sexual towards Barbara, and they don't like him at all, which is fair. I get it. I understand that part. Okay, so the family that lives in the house now has this interior decorator friend named Otho, who gets his hands on the rule book for the recently deceased, I think that's what it's called. And in that book there's a way to exorcise demons, so he does that, or at least he tries to. He does not succeed because they're trying to get the Maitlands out of the house because they don't like them. Yeah, basically each party, there's 2 parties. There's the people who just moved in, and then there's the Maitlands, and they're each trying to get each other out of the house, kind of the whole movie. And there's also Beetlejuice, which is a third party who is just not good for either of them. But okay, so by the end of the movie they don't get exorcised, and it's just kind of they learn to live with each other, and it big grand happy ending. Yay, it's a good movie. I really enjoy it. It's kind of it's quirky and it's cute, and it's just, I don't know, it's funny. It's a comedy. Okay, so I just finished watching Beetlejuice. It's late, which is why I'm in my room and not out at the TV. So, first things first, the intro is amazing. The music that they chose for it, and then the, like, following the car, you know, it reminded me of The Shining, but it's really funny to do that, and then immediately get to, like, well, I guess we're not following a car. We're, like, going through the town. The Shining is you're following a car to a location. This one, you're just kind of, like, going through the town. But I thought it was great to do, like, one of those shots where I'm looking at it and I'm like, this looks like models. And then we get to the end and it's, like, canonically models. Like, that's genius. It's genius to use because then you don't have to, like, build a whole town set as models for your movie and, like, try and make them look realistic. They can just be models. It's smart. It's a smart thing to do to make your like, production costs cheaper. Also, the fact that at the end it, like, they reveal that it's actually a model by having, like, a spider crawl up onto the house. I didn't like that. I don't like spiders, so I thought it was a little insane that, like, the dude who found the spider just picks him up. Just picks him up and, like, carries him to a different location. Like, oh, okay. Kind of the whole thing about this movie is, like, I mean, I just talked about it, but, like, they are living in this huge house that, like, gets, like, sold to people. And so and then the people, like, change their house completely. And it just makes me really sad because their house is beautiful. Like, in the opening shots of the movie when they're, like, walking around and showing you the layout of their house, it's so pretty. I want that so badly. I want to live in that house. Please let me live in that house. Please let me live in that house and not change a single thing about it because it's beautiful. Oh my god. And then the Maitlands in this movie die by, like, careening their car off of a bridge. Very comical. It's a very comical setup for the way that you're killing your main characters. But, like, I don't know. I get that they didn't think that they were gonna die from that, but they should have just hit the dog, right? Because, like, if you're on a bridge, you don't swerve off the bridge to not hit a dog. Like, it's unfortunate that you would kill a dog, but I feel like to not die, kill the dog, you know? Like, I don't know, it makes me feel really sad to say, like, oh, you should have just killed the dog. But, like, they should have. They should have just killed the dog. This is another technical thing that I liked that they did in this movie, where they had a wax hand, but to light the fingertips on fire, they just put little wicks in the fingertips and just lit them, so then it looks like the hand is burning, but it's not. It's just wax. I thought that was really cool. I thought that was a fun way to do it. I mean, like, obviously that's how you would do it, but, like, it was cool. The snake scenes, I also thought it was really cool how it's like an early use of green screen technology, which, like, you can tell that it's a green screen, right? But I just thought it was really cool to see, like, the very fantastical world behind them and then just, like, two people. And then, of course, when the new family moves in and they have a, like, completely different style to the house that they're living in, it's really weird. Like, they build a really weird add-on to the house, and the wife, I believe her name is Delia? I could be wrong. I think it's Delia. She has, like, this really weird, strange pottery, and they, like, destroy all the walls and, like, break down half the house, and it made me really sad. It made me really, really sad, because, like, I don't know, I feel like people do that a lot with houses. Like, they get this beautiful, gorgeous, old home, and they're like, we're gonna make it modern, and we're gonna have modern art. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just build your own house if you have that much money. Don't do that. Don't destroy an old home to, like, put white walls and concrete banisters. Like, don't. This is just, like, a stupid aside, but I really like the one part where they, like, first are seeing Beetlejuice, and he's dressed as a cowboy. It made me laugh really hard. Like, I forgot about it between times of watching this movie, and so seeing it again, I was just like, oh yeah, he's a cowboy. This movie just has a vibe that I feel like you can kind of get an idea of from what I'm saying, but it just has like, it's so fun and it's so quirky, and they have some really good VFX. Like later in the movie, they have this, they're like going to the ghost world, and they're like, draw a door, and they draw a door in the brick, and then it like creaks open like that. It looked really good. It looked really well done, and I really like it, and I like practical effects, and I'm sad that movies don't use practical effects as often anymore. And this movie has a vibe, and the vibe is old, and like old VFX. And I miss it. I miss it a lot, and I want it back. Please, please, for the love of God, make movies like this more. I also love that since the Maitlands are like our main characters, they're supposed to be like just your average guy and gal. So when they go to the underworld and everybody's like insane looking, it really makes them stick out. And I really like how they look so normal, and everybody else is just like the one girl is green, and the guy with the shrunken head is like, you know, like he's all like gnarled. He's like a puppet basically. And I just thought, oh, and the people are like flat. They have like flat run over people that just like go through slots in the wall. Like it's definitely supposed to be strange and abnormal, and it really like sells it by having Adam and Barbara just look so normal. They look just like a normal guy, like you wouldn't even know that they were dead. I just thought it was really cool. I thought all the designs were really creative. I thought implementing different like styles for the like underworld area where it's like, oh, those are the lost souls who have been exorcised, and they're like in a painting in the wall. And like I said earlier with the like flat people going through slots in the walls, like it's very surreal, and it's very interesting, and it's very creative, and I just really like it. I think it looks so cool. And then of course the possession part. Everybody knows the possession scene from Beetlejuice with the banana boat song, and they do the little dance and everything. I would have so much fun doing that in real life. I would love to do that in real life with my friends at a table. Like, oh my god. It would be so much fun to learn all the choreography and do the song and do the little dance and like switch seats and do the like, yeah, it's just a really good scene. I really liked all the choreography. I really liked how everybody was just very good at dancing. There's a lot of really good dancers for specifically that scene, which I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting people to be that, like, good at it, I guess. But it is a movie. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. It's late. One of the main parts that I don't love about this movie is Lydia, towards the end of the movie, she's, like, all depressed, and she hates her life. And so she writes, like, a suicide note, and she's planning to jump off the top of their home. And this part is like played for laughs in the movie. Like it's written to be very like over the top, like this whole movie is. But it's just kind of written to be another joke in the movie, and I don't love that. I feel like suicide is one of the things where it needs to be like treated with care, and to make somebody writing a suicide note a joke, it feels like bad. I don't really know how to say it like sophisticated, but it's harmful, I guess. It's a bad portrayal because it makes people who aren't suicidal feel like that's just like, oh, haha, when it isn't. It's again, it's a comedy, but like if they hadn't included it, I feel like it would have just worked a lot better, because every time I get to that scene, I'm just like, man, you know, they really could have done that just a lot nicer than they do. And yeah, I feel bad for the character that she's depressed, and it is not funny to me. Okay, last thing. I really like the stop motion work that they do for when Adam and Barbara have to like look scary and be like freaky looking to try and scare off the Dietz from their home. I really like where it's like the one part where it's his face and he like shoves his hand through the back of his skull and it just, and I I really like that scene. I think they pulled off the stop motion really well. Not that it looks real. Like, I could totally tell that it was stop motion animation, but I just think it looks really, like, cool. And it kind of fits the vibe of the whole movie, where it's like, it's not good VFX, but it's very stylized VFX. And I just think that, it works. It works with the vibe that they set for the movie. But yeah, so I really like how their scary looks are. And yeah, that's kind of all I had about this movie. The ending is good too, where she kind of like just levitates and does the Banana Boat song again. Like, it's very clear that the people who made this movie knew that the Banana Boat song was going to be like the thing of this movie, because they use it twice. And they were right. And they were right because, like, it's really good. It's really good, and it's my favorite part of this whole movie. And that's why I wanted to talk about it in the first place. Yep. Okay. That was Beetlejuice. Next, we're gonna... I think it's tomorrow. We'll have to see. I'm gonna be talking about The Thing. Okay, and then our other movie is The Thing. This movie is from 1982, and I feel like this one's more underground, mostly just because it's not as good. When it came out, it was panned, basically, because of the visual effects. Like, people thought they were, like, tacky looking, which they are, but that's why I like the movie a lot. Because it's really easy to watch a horror movie when nothing is scary, because it's not, like, it doesn't look real. But as somebody who really likes looking at weird VFX and, like, old practical effects that they use in movies, dude, this movie is my jam. I love looking at this kind of stuff, and this movie has such, like, it's really easy to tell what they did, and it's really easy to tell when they use specific things, because, like, it's just, like, you can tell. So, like, from a standpoint of somebody who's interested in VFX, this is a really fun movie to watch. And I'm supposed to be talking about the plot right now, but oh well. Hey, so funnily enough, I continued to not talk about the plot for about another 15 minutes and entirely forgot to do so. So, yeah, I'm going to tell you the plot of The Thing now. The Thing is basically, there's this Antarctic, like, American team that goes to Antarctica to, like, do research, right? And the movie opens with this Norwegian helicopter chasing a dog that's running towards the American camp and trying to, like, kill the dog. Then the Norwegian tries to throw, like, a grenade at the dog and fails and blows up his own helicopter, and then tries to shoot the dog some more, and the American team just shoots him. Yeah, so that's how they open the movie. So the research team, they try to contact people who are, like, not in Antarctica to, like, report the incident, and they're not able to. Like, they're not able to communicate with anyone outside of the base. So they decide to go investigate the Norwegians' base to see, like, if there was a reason why they attacked, or, like, something to see if there's anything there, basically. And when they get there, the base is, like, trashed. It's like there's blood everywhere, there's corpses, and it's just generally, like, gross looking. And then they find this other room with an ice block, like, huge block of ice that's been chopped out of the ground, with, like, a recess that's, like, in it. And so they're like, oh, the Norwegians dug something up. And then they go outside and they're like, well, where did they dig this up from? Like, what is this? And they see a huge, like, UFO right outside, and then there's, like, the little chunk. So they dug some, like, alien up. So they figure that out, and they find this, like, bloody, nasty corpse that, like, it doesn't look human. Like, it's got, like, two faces, like, stretched. Really creepy, ugly looking stuff. But they're like, yeah, this is not normal. So they take it back with them. And they have the doctor, like, start to run an autopsy on the, like, freaky, nasty corpse. So he's working on that. Meanwhile, the dog is still wandering around. So they tell the guy who manages the huskies to go, like, put it in the pen with the other dogs. And so he does that. And then they can hear all the dogs, like, yowling and crying. And they go back, and the husky creature is, like, a writhing, like, mess of tentacles, and it's, like, killed a couple of the dogs. And they try to, like, burn it with fire like they saw at the previous, like, the Norwegian space, and it, like, escapes through the roof. So they don't kill that one. Then the autopsy is done, and they figure out, like, the alien's biology and stuff. And basically, it's like every single cell is alive, and it's trying to, like, assimilate. It's trying to make, like, a carbon copy of like, the other people that are around. And it, like, can do, like, it can make, like, a perfect copy. But it, like, doesn't like fire. So that's the one thing. Like, if you burn it, then it's, like, dead, but not, like, all the way. I don't know. Not really that important. And then a bunch of, like, horror movie stuff happens. Like, people die in various ways because of the alien, and they're starting to get suspicious of each other. That kind of goes on and on for, like, a while until they're down to, like, 5 or so people left alive, including our main character. And they're finally going to do, like, a blood test to see if anybody who's left is an alien. So they take, like, little things of each person's blood, and they put it in a little petri dish, and they, like, heat up a little wire, and they stick it into the petri dish. And if the person is an alien, the blood in the petri dish is going to, like, bubble and be all disgusting, like, and then they'll know. And if they're not an alien, then it's just going to kind of, like, tss, and then nothing will happen. And so they finally figure out who is and isn't an alien, and they've killed all of the aliens that are in the Arctic base. And then they have to go test the other guy, because they had, like, imprisoned another guy for another horror movie reason. It's not really that important, but just know there's a guy that's imprisoned for most of the movie, and they're like, okay, we need to go test that guy now to see if we need to kill him or not. And so they go up there, and the guy is gone. And underneath the little, like, place that they had imprisoned him, he was building a spaceship out of, like, spare helicopter parts. So he was an alien. And then the guy that they had left at the Arctic base, they see the guy that they were about to go test, like, go in, and then all the lights shut off. So they're like, okay, we don't know if the guy that we left behind is an alien now, or, like, what, but we have to go back to the Arctic base to get the power back on so that we don't freeze to death. So then they go back, and they try to get the power on, and they fail, and the alien kills 2 people. So now we're down to just the 2 guys. We're down to the guy that they don't know if he's an alien or not, and they're down to the main character. And so the main character sets off a bomb that kills the 3 aliens that were down in, like, the power area with him. But now he has, like, no shelter. So he's out in the freezing Arctic, and then that other guy, who we don't know if he's an alien or not, he comes back, and they're both sitting in the freezing Arctic temperatures together, and they're both kind of like, oh, I don't know. How do I know if you're an alien or not? I don't know. And eventually they get to the decision that they're like, well, it really doesn't matter, because we're dead either way, because we're going to freeze to death, because we have no way to keep warm in the Arctic. So that's the plot of the thing. It's kind of, like, I skipped a large portion of it, but really it doesn't matter for, like, the ending of the movie, because the ending is just everybody dies. So, like, whether or not they died in aliens, not really important. But yeah, so that's the plot of the thing. And yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I'm recording this after I talked about it with my roommate, but Oops. So yeah, I'm gonna go watch the movie now, and yeah, so here's me talking about it with my roommate. First and foremost, definitely the best character in the entire movie, I think everyone would agree, is the black guy with roller skates.
Yes.
Definitely the best character of the whole movie. He just has a vibe.
I like his first scene, immediately I knew he was the best.
He's the best. And it's really unfortunate that he's like in this much of the movie. Like he's barely in it. Very sad. Very upsetting.
He couldn't steal everybody else's thunder though. I think that's why they did it like that.
This is true. Okay, another thing that I thought was really interesting is the fact that they actually used like a realistic version of the Inuits, like Arctic glasses, where the native people who live in Antarctica cut bone glasses so that they don't get like sunburns on their eyes. And I thought it was really interesting that they still they included that in the movie.
I don't
I thought
remember
that was
that.
cool. No, you remember his. Tell me what you remember.
Hat, bro. It's so stupid. It's like a square. It's like not even it's like a cowboy hat, but it's like not. It's a square. It's a block. Oh, it's so stupid. Every scene he would put it on to be cool and mysterious. I was like, bro, take that off right now.
His ugly little cowboy hat. I thought it was silly. And I thought it was whimsical. I thought it was whimsical and joyful, and he's just a silly, goofy little man.
Well, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Another thing that I really enjoyed was, okay, so we're actually getting into the plot of the movie now. That dog is a really good animal actor. They got that dog to do the creepiest things. They just had it wandering around in the building, and especially the part where they had it go into the kennel with the other dogs,
and it was just staring at the wall.
Yeah, it just stood staring at the wall and then sat down perfectly flat.
I felt bad for the other dogs in the kennel thing. I would have bullied him so hard if I was other dogs. Get out of here!
Actually terrifying. And then when it actually starts eating the other dogs to assimilate,
the dog that was ripping the wire, the fence thing, bro. I felt so bad.
I felt bad for all of those dogs, bro. Because what are we even on?
Yeah.
Dude?
They kill the humans. Kill the humans,
not the dogs. Not the dogs.
But then when he morphed and stuff to the other dogs, it was so gross. It was so gross. And the random tentacles that were out, so bad. That was actually so ugly.
I really like all of the, I get it's a horror movie and it's supposed to be traumatizing, but I like how terrifying the CGI is. It's not even good. It's not even that well done, but it's really the people who made it just knew how to make something just look disgusting.
Oh yeah.
Vile and gross. They just did that very, very well. I liked when they first started explaining the lore for the creature. They went to the Norwegians' military base and they were oh, they dug it out of the ice and it's an alien and it's from this spaceship and it's able to morph into other creatures and each blood is a living organism. I thought that was interesting. I thought it was really fun lore that they built for this movie. They did not need to go so hard on the lore.
No, honestly, but I'm glad they did.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I think it helped.
And then the Norwegian guy in the very beginning, bro, he was so funny. I actually loved him.
I thought he was interesting where he was shooting at the dog and just missing. So
yeah,
just
and then
so
he was
bad.
trying to shoot a grenade and then blew themselves up.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he was just not all there, you know.
But also, I feel I wouldn't be all there if there's a freaking alien dog around murdering everybody I know.
I liked the one old researcher guy who was talking to the computer, and the computer was oh, there's a 75% chance that one of you is infected. Oh, if it gets out, it'll kill the entire Earth in 2 days. And he's just sitting at the computer he didn't even care, bro. And I just thought that was silly.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun that he was just so nonchalant. He was just so chill with the fact that the world was going to be destroyed. And then it hard cut to him just trashing the entire place, trying to kill everybody. I thought that was good.
He should have killed everybody. I feel how he Did he even tell like the
No.
other people? Like
No.
he was not
like,
smart about that.
Yeah, he just kind of threw some things.
Yeah.
And that was his version of like killing everyone. He's just like, I'm gonna throw an axe one time, and that's it. He destroyed all of their electronics, I guess, was the other thing.
Yeah.
So they couldn't call for people to come pick them up.
Before then, they couldn't even call anybody. So
Right, like it like didn't really matter that he destroyed all their electronics because like they wouldn't have gotten anybody anyways.
yeah,
So,
but I would like if I heard the news, I would want to like smash things.
yeah, I mean I understand him
Yeah.
and I understand his plight. I understand why he did what he did because I would have too.
I would have just killed myself when I saw the
actually,
computer. I'd be like, okay,
No, actually.
it's over for me.
yeah, because like I'm either dying here, like through the alien creature eating
Yeah.
me, or I'm dying in the icy cold, or I'm killing myself. Like there's like 3 options, and one of them is not evil. Like only one is a okay way to die. And then my final note, which was only taken like halfway through this movie. Apparently I just locked in for the second half of this movie and didn't take any notes. My last note is I love that their kerosene is orange.
Oh, I remember saying that.
Not normally orange. I thought it was really fun that their kerosene was orange for no reason. They did not explain why.
No, okay, so when they found out that there was like an alien thing and they're like, oh, it's gonna like take over your body if you're alone, tell me why they decided to all just split up.
No,
And I was like, bro, y'all are so stupid, no wonder you're dying. Like there's, oh my god.
like there's legit no reason that they would split up at any point after they figured that out, right?
And like the whole thing, you're like gonna be there no matter what. Like it doesn't matter if you take longer to do a task. Like,
Exactly.
bro.
Like it's not more likely to get you if you take longer to do a task in a big group.
Yeah.
Right? Like if anything, it's less likely to get you. I think the main thing that actually really annoyed me was after they do like a blood testing thing, like halfway through the movie, where they like touch a heated wire to each person's blood, and if they're an alien, their blood like pops and fizzes, because the alien's trying to defend itself. And so they test everybody, and they figure out who isn't the alien. And then they're like, oh, there's this guy the crazy guy that we locked up in the shed like a long time ago. We need to go test him too. We're going to leave one person at the base, and the 3 rest of us who are clean are going to go test him.
That was actually like the dumbest point of the movie, honestly.
Like,
Because there was no reason he had to stay on the thing, right?
No, because like who is he defending it from? There's no one there.
That's actually like so stupid.
Yeah.
I didn't even like realize there was nobody else on the like
right?
little...
Like if that one guy isn't an alien, then why was he there? And that guy was an alien. So then them leaving that guy behind just meant that they didn't know if he was an alien or not after that.
It was dumb.
Like what? Like what? Like what? Why would they do that?
I will say, like, most of them, I feel like I could have guessed that they were the alien, besides, like, one of them when they were doing the blood test.
Mm-hmm.
That one, I was like, when did that happen? And then there was this one obvious one that I was like, bro, there's no way. I was, like, getting mad that they, like, weren't, like, realizing it was the person. But then one thing that, like, sucked for the movie is, like, at least I didn't remember any of their names.
Yeah. It's... because they introduce like 8 characters all at once, and they only say their name one time. 90% of the time during the time we were watching the movie, they'd be like, "Oh, we think Randy is an alien," and we're like, "Who is Randy?
Oh, yeah.
Which one of them is Randy?" And then it would like cut to a bunch of different scenes, and we'd be like, "That one's Randy," and then they would start talking to them, and they would be like, "Hi, Chuck," and we're like, "Okay, I guess it's not Randy." Like we just wouldn't know. It was really bad.
Another thing that like I found so random that I did not like about the movie is the way it like faded into the next scene. Like it didn't just like switch; it like faded to black,
and then faded back in. Like it's like they were pausing for a commercial.
Exactly. Like throughout like the entire movie, it wasn't just like one scene that happened. Like all of the scenes is when it happened.
Yeah, and there was a couple scenes where they tried to switch it up, and it was just like a wipe. Like literally it was just whap, like across the screen. It was so bad. There were a couple transitions that were just that were just not it, dude.
I feel like my favorite scene was low-key the like infirmary scene where they were trying to save the guy.
Yes.
And like the alien. Oh, it was just so good. It was gross, but it was good.
Yeah, they're like doing chest compressions and then the hands go through the body. Traumatic. And then the dude's head like comes off.
Oh,
like in the head, they burn the body and the head just starts running away from the body. Oh,
that was actually so gross.
Oh no.
And then also, I don't think I ever like knew how it like died. Like, were you just supposed to burn it and that was it?
Yeah,
but then I thought you like burned it and then it's still like.
Yeah, so that was another problem I had with the movie, where it's like you can't really kill it because you would have to kill every single cell, and even burning it doesn't do that. So like it, like even if we are supposed to believe that they eradicate it at the end of the movie, they don't really, because like if anybody ever digs up one of those burned bodies. Yeah. It could get out again because of like one cell.
So either way, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah. So like you're cooked regardless. Like there's no. I mean, you're cooked like you're burned, or you're cooked like you're living and it's gonna get you anyways. So like, you're screwed. Like there's nothing you can do after that.
And then I like one of the characters, the blonde guy that was like. The one trying to like talk to like the outside, they kept blaming him for being the alien, and it was like it's him. It was not him. It was not him. Nope. And I was just like, bro. And then I also found it like it was like kind of crazy to me that the alien like could just like be you, like your personality and everything. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, that's like so strange to me. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, the way that we had basically ended up explaining it was like, because it's creating a one-to-one copy of you, it's also creating all of your brain, like, cells, which hold all of your memories. So it's like it knows everything that you've ever done, so it can kind of interpret what it thinks that you would continue to act like. But I think 9 times out of 10, whoever was the alien was just really combative for like no reason.
Yeah.
Like 9 times out of 10, the people who were aliens, you could tell because they were like, "It was him! It was him! Tell him right now!"
The witch trials like, all over again.
Yeah, like it was literally the Salem witch trials, bro. Like, oh, and then the one time where the alien like tried to frame the main character, like they found a couple of the characters found like a little piece of fabric that was like burned with the main character's name on it. And they're like, oh, he must be an alien then, because they like burned the previous body.
Yeah.
But he wasn't an alien, so the alien was just trying to frame him for no reason.
And I feel like none of them actually like believed it, or like they were like willing, but I don't think any of them were like for sure.
No. Like everyone was like, okay, but like why would he be acting like so anti-alien if he was an alien? Yeah. Like, guys, be for real.
Yeah, he was the main character. He wasn't gonna die. Like,
right? Yeah. I think purely from a visual effects standpoint, they were ugly. Like they weren't the best, but I did like them because they were still able to like scare me. Like they were still freaky looking, even though they weren't realistic looking. If that makes sense.
I think it was just so like disgusting that you were like kind of like freaked out about it.
Yeah. And, like, the jump scares still worked. Like, they would come around a corner and see a big writhing mess of tentacles and stuff, and we'd be like, ah, okay.
I think it was mainly, like, when I was, like, transforming to, like, the person or, like, the thing, that it was, like, gross. It creeped me out.
Yeah. And they really nailed the disgusting factor of it.
And I think the one scene where it's, like, the guy was, like, stuck, it's because it was after the blood testing. And then so the alien was, like, I don't know, doing some freaky stuff, and then this one guy was supposed to like burn him, and he was like frozen in shock, and I was like, bro, what are you doing? And then so I like got him, and then it was just like the way it like morphed was disgusting, honestly. Yeah,
it was really bad. They kind of just nailed it from a visual aspect, because like even though it doesn't look good, it worked. It worked just fine.
Yeah.
Like, don't hate on the movie because the visual effects are bad, because it's still scary. It's fine. I think we're done then.
Yay!
Yay! All right, that's all I have for you this week. Thank you so much for staying if you stuck around. And if you're still here, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and leave me a comment because I'm actually really enjoying doing this series and I'd love to react to more movies that you guys think are good. So if you have one you want to see me react to, please do me a huge favor and leave it down in the comments. I'd love to hear all about it and I'd love to watch them. But yeah, so thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next week.